Well, hi there, this is Applejinx. You caught me working on more crazy chicken stuff, which is the long and short of it. Oh, I am hungry. I've been working all day. But, as a result of working all day, seems like I got a whole bunch of chicken turning up here. It may have something to do with this. Yes, this is pretty much full chicken meltdown. I actually did a recording earlier in which I had it even more crazy, but the recording software didn't capture properly, so I had to do it over. This is complete chicken meltdown here. The system is working, it's also leaking. I've got baby chickens coming out, I've got adult chickens coming out. I got a situation that develops here where, if I'm not mistaken, get out of my way. Oh, no, it's clear now, but the dispenser was filling up with chicken parts. All in all, this is a pretty crazy scenario. Oh, I added one detail to this. Knowing that it got full of chicken and stuff, I put this in. Oh, careful, I don't fall in. Warning, fire pit. The idea is if they must be running all around here aimlessly, like chickens with their heads cut off, and getting in the mechanisms, I would at least get it so that... Actually, that didn't work at all. No. I just killed it. But, they can run up here and fall into the fire pit, and then be loaded into the cart. And it's one way of supplementing the cooked chicken a little bit. My next project is as follows. I've got this all running here, and here's my minecart system. This is running on a repeater, and it's powered by the detector rail. Huh, I just realized. So the cart arrives and then it gets sent off again. I don't have to do it that way. There are drawbacks to that. Namely, when the chunk is unloaded and then reloads, the redstone doesn't want to start up again. So the cart will end up sitting on a dead powered rail, not doing anything. And it doesn't hit the detector rail and it doesn't start it up. I made a redstone monostable circuit over here and have stripped it out because it didn't actually work. It's in that space back there, or was. Here is the replacement. Not this, I'll get to that. Voila. Here we have a tidy and compact little device that, assuming here, go in the dropper. I know I only had one, so I don't know why it fired twice. This is my new timer. It runs on items and water flow and stuff. Here's how it works. When there is exactly one item in this, and there has to be one item for this reason, the comparator will power this block. So you can see when the item's there, the comparator turns on. You don't have to power a repeater, you can power a block with a comparator. And that's just what this is doing. You can tell because it's powering the torch, and if you supply power to the block, the torch turns off. Voila. This torch is powering this redstone dust under here. This is something that I'm going to be using to deal with making redstone power go down underground without letting the chickens through, because that's my main problem with the current chicken apparatus, is it gets into the workings of the machine. This is a way of being able to send power down that doesn't have holes in the floor that mobs can get through. The dust powers this block. You can see that because it goes on. When the dust goes off, the torch goes on. And that powers this conglomeration over here. And one of the things it does is it runs back into the dispenser. And there we have our clock. And the clock works just as you would expect. Now the great thing about this is the actual area of circuitry is small and compact. This is not a complicated circuit at all. It only works if you have exactly one item. If you have more than one item, the dispenser will fire the one item and there will still be something in there, it'll still be powered, and it won't be able to operate again. So you gotta have just the one thing in there. It's very sensitive to that condition. Now I have a whole bunch of random junk from there. See, I generated a lot of cobblestone. Not only that, the chicken machine generated a lot of feathers, and I really don't need this many feathers because we have a skeleton spawner, and so we can get infinite numbers of arrows from there. So we'll just throw them away. Please keep Minecraft clean with Appledrinks' patented automatic trash dispenser. It's almost 3x3. You just have this area here. That's to keep you from falling into it. And it is a safety dispenser in that you can't hurt yourself running into the cactus because you got a glass over here. It's a very similar circuit, except that this is not limited, as you can see, to only, I picked those up while I was walking around it, to only one item. Similarly though, it's not dissimilar. Comparative powers this block. You can see that by seeing that the torch on there is doing its thing. The torch powers a redstone dot down here, just as before. This is the technology for not having the redstone torch chain go just up, is you can make it go down. And the dust can power the blocks next to it. So technically this is not as small as it looks. You require space all around it, like the cactus needs space on the sides of it. But as far as getting in the way, it takes up a small area of floor space for walking room. That powers this block, and this block operates this torch. And the torch powers this redstone here, and that goes around and comes up to the center part. Center part goes and powers the side of the comparator, which is why it's an oscillator. And then it goes over here and goes right across the dispenser, and that's how the dispenser is powered. If you don't have the dust on top of here, it won't go across and it won't go into the dispenser. And there we are. Please keep Minecraft clean with Appledrinks' automatic trash dispensers. Now I'll have a quick look down here to see what kind of madness we've got down this way. And we've got another 41 cooked chickens. There's a couple of raw chickens. What I've got for that, and then a bunch of eggs. The raw chickens I'm just putting in here. And this is one of my automatic cooker devices. We got our hopper here, which you can fill with coal, and it's just emptied out from cooking all the chickens. You put raw chicken in there, it goes through and goes back into the chest again. And as a result, we got a whole bunch of stacks of cooked chicken, and there's more coming. And let's see, did I leave it at full crank? Yes, I did. As you can see, everybody's real friendly on this server. The trouble I was having in the last video is completely blown over. It turned out to be nothing. One thing about family servers is you got the parents and the kids, and if people are having a rough time, they can be having good days or bad days, and it all works out if you work it out. But yep, this is the crazy massive chicken machine, Final Chicken, and I think it's run at full crank for long enough. Out of my way. Oh, look at them go. They're getting in the way again. I'll take a quick look down here. Here again is where you load the flint and steels, and there's our dispenser, which you should load with eggs 4 at a time, or 8 at a time. If you do more than that, like so, that opens the fire gate, and yeah, they're running every which way. Having it cranked out that much does mean that it can get messy. And that is exactly how this situation happened. Well, no situation. That's how the dispenser filled up with cooked chicken parts before. I guess it just didn't happen this time. But that's definitely how it happened before. But that cooked chicken stuff will just, oh no, wait. Spoke too soon. Now if I check it, now the dispenser is... Nope. See, what's happening there is this. The hoppers are capable of picking up cooked chicken pieces and all kinds of stuff like that. So if it's not just eggs going in there, cooked chicken pieces will be loaded into the system and then fired out again. And if they go into the output channel, they will eventually get delivered to the chest. If they get thrown into the chicken breeding area, all that'll happen is they'll just keep sitting around until they eventually despawn. So it gets untidy, but we do generate a lot of stuff this way. And here's what I was going to do before I went and dealt with that. We've had enough full crank madness, so we're going to turn the system down, and it can run at a more sedate pace. Meanwhile, I'm going to look at some of these escape chickens. Oh, this is cute. Underwater watch post. You can see all of Grand Central Station through this little hatch. So, chicken machine's turned down. The minecart may or may not still be running. Nope, I hear it. There it is. And we'll just dispose of a final couple of feathers and bid you adieu.